Hey, this is Mike from Reelblack TV, and I've got a new hero today, Deborah Draper, and we're here at the Comcast Center in Philadelphia, and we just witnessed a very special screening of Olympic Pride American Prejudice.
This is one of the great tragedies of the story you tell, is you have 17, 18 athletes here who were on the world stage. One of them is remembered.
So for folks who don't know,
Yes.
can you tell folks about your film?
Absolutely. Olympic Pride American Prejudice is the story of 18 African Americans who defy Jim Crow and Adolf Hitler to win hearts and medals in Berlin, Germany. So these are the only athletes in the history of time that have to actually compete under that confluence of social and political and economic dynamics. So it's a really incredible moment in history.
Right, and what impressed me, like we just came off of the Olympics, and I just saw the Jesse Owens story Race, and then I'm seeing your film, and I'm realizing that's only like 1/18 of the story.
Absolutely, it's 1/18 of the story. So our goal was actually to tell a holistic and comprehensive story where you are at least exposed to these 18 heroes as a collective, because their entire presence in Nazi Germany peeled away and debunked a lot of that myth about Aryan supremacy.
Right. Now, you're from Atlanta.
I am.
Right, and I also saw your earlier film, Versailles '73.
Thank you.
It seems like you have a mission to unearth these lesser known stories that affect Black history.
Well, I think the mission is really to underscore the cultural inheritance that African Americans have that belong to everyone, and to be sure that our stories aren't buried and that they don't fade into obscurity.
And what's great about this film, the Olympic Pride, is that you actually talk to witnesses, relatives, and what was the research like?
It was a 4-year process to actually unearth, this story and actually excavate it. This is the first time these characters have been seen on film and exposed to the greater public. So it took a lot of time to find Black heroes from the 30s, college-age sports and student athletes. So we're excited to be able to present this story, and we're super excited that it's available on Comcast, on Xfinity on demand. So we encourage everyone to take a look at it and actually screen it at home with your friends and family, and really become versed in our history and what we've contributed as, soldiers in the struggle for equality.
Absolutely. And so what was one of the biggest discoveries for you? Like, this whole movie's a discovery for me. I hate to say
it's
I
a
don't know
discovery
about
for me too. The 18 African Americans in 1936, that's the biggest discovery. Yeah.
No, and how did you find out about this? This is something that clearly it's not in the school, it's not in it's not the documented history that we're sort
know.
of spoon-fed in terms of what.
It was purely by accident. I was researching a woman by the name of Beleda Snow, and she referenced them in an article. And once she referenced them, a light bulb went off, and I was like, I have to know who these people are. And so it became a 4-year quest to really put their stories together, and put their stories together against the context and the backdrop of what was actually happening politically in America and in Germany, so that we understand and are able to connect the connective tissue from 80 years ago to 2016.
This is exciting. This movie is exclusively available right now on Comcast. How did that happen?
It's super exciting. It's interesting because Xfinity, Black Film and TV, they're making so many great films available, and Olympic Pride American Prejudice just happens to be one of them. There's a wonderful woman who has this vision to really increase the consumption of great Black television. She has multicultural services at Comcast, Keisha Boyd, and we connected. She saw the film, and we knew this would be something that would work.
Now, tell us about Versailles '73, because I know that's coming to Comcast Streampix as well.
So this is a story that goes back 40 years to 1973, specifically November 28th. 1973, when 12 black models, including Beth Ann Hardison, mother of Kadeem Hardison, and Pat Cleveland and Alva Chen, basically took the Chateau de Versailles by storm as part of the American contingency that challenged the French's perch at the top of the fashion dynasty 40 years ago, and they ushered in a whole new wave of walking, a whole new way of presenting clothes, and basically that was the birth of American ready-to-wear.
Right, and pioneering women, and still looking good.
Absolutely, they look amazing. You can't hold a candle to Pat Cleveland right now. She is crushing the game still 40 years later.
As a woman, I mean, what's interesting to me in the Olympic story and Versailles is your attention to the stories that we don't know about the women that were involved in the Olympics. Can you speak to that?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I think as a black female filmmaker, there's a greater sensitivity and an empathy around gender-based stories. Obviously, they're left off the table so many times, but you want to be able to represent what you are. You want to see who you are, you want to see who came before you, and you want to make that connection. So that's what you're seeing in these stories.
And I understand that the Versailles story, there's a talk of it turning into like a narrative feature.
It's been optioned by Tate Taylor, who directed The Help.
Fantastic. So, I mean, what story are you going to unearth next?
It's The Secret.
So I'm dead if you tell me.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I have to kill you.
All right, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
My new hero.
Yes.
So you got Olympic Pride, American Prejudice.
They can go to coffeebluffpictures.com and find out what we're up to.
Okay. Any other places they can follow you? Twitter and Facebook
yes.
and all that stuff?
If they go to coffeebluffpictures.com, you can see all of our social media. And you can follow us on Facebook. Our Twitter handle for this film is @Olympics36. So we hope to see you in social media. Please tell everyone you like us. Watch this film on Comcast and then comment about it. Thank you.
From that struggle for legitimacy became the foundation of the struggle for access, which became integrated into nonviolent direct action and primed the pump for Dr. King.
They have stories that have not only drama and drive and power and force, but they're stories that can focus us again on something truly important about the human spirit and about the human race and what it takes to be truly human and not inhuman.
Hi, I'm Deborah Riley Draper, and you're watching Reelblack.
White folks love Bill Cosby so much. They had commercials, man, where little white children was riding his back eating tapioca out of his eardrums. Daddy Bill. And so, how do they kill my son and I can't get a commercial?
For me, I feel that what Sydney was allowed to do in the Heat of the Night was the start of blaxploitation.